Do y'all ever taste something so sweet that it just brings back so many good memories? Today I'm sharing a buttercream icing with y'all that has got a secret ingredient to help withstand this Carolina heat at your parties and your cookouts. But y'all, that's not all I'm sharing today. Today I'm sharing a legacy, and I say a special thank you to my Mama Connie Rich, who has been generous enough to give me her secrets and pass them on to y'all. So y'all know in the South it is very common to have somebody that is just like a second mama to you, and that is who Connie is to me. All my life from a little girl, she has been in my life and done so much for me. Listen, y'all, you gotta have an icing recipe that not only tastes good, okay, but don't go slippy sliding off your cake by the time you put it on the plate. We still want our cake to look pretty, right? So there's a secret ingredient that we're going to throw up in here, y'all, and it is going to help it to withstand the heat. Y'all know what they say, if you can't stand the heat, get out the kitchen. That ain't got nothing to do with nothing. We got another saying around here, y'all, and it's I can show you better than I can tell you. I'm telling you right now, if you've got somebody in your life that did something special for you, or cooked something special for you, or made crafts or anything special for you that can sew, you better go on over to their house and get it now while you can. Because all this stuff on the internet isn't necessarily what they are going to be able to show you in person. For example, half the time there ain't no wrote down recipe. If there is, you can't always read it. And then there's always that I don't really measure factor, which is what we got here. So, for example, the secret ingredient, she didn't measure when she showed that to me, but that's all right. I think I got it about just right, and I'm going to show it to y'all. Now, this is buttercream, so you know we're going to start out with that butter, baby, okay? Two sticks of the butter, the unsalted butter. Plop it in there. 2 teaspoons of your niller, okay? That's your vanilla. Now, when she was showing me, y'all, you know what she did. She just poured it in. She said she don't measure. But she tried her best to give me something to go along with. And here's one of the things that I don't find in a lot of the internet recipes, y'all, that she shared with me. And it is this butter flavoring. I didn't even know there was such a thing. I didn't even know. I was like, well, sir, where's that been all my life? 2 of these. You say, yeah, there's butter in there, but you know what we're known for in the South? Flavor. Okay? You got to add flavor. And it's going to be, see, Daisy? It's going to be, good. I think I got the wrong lid for the wrong thing. You know what she was known for? How many of y'all had those wedding cakes with the tears and the fountains and all that from the 90s? And she could throw down on one of them. And remember when we used to make the icing, y'all, that had Crisco or lard in it and none of this buttercream stuff. And you say, I didn't know it used to have that. Well, yeah, it did. She always left us bowls back in the day when she made that of that icing out, and we would just keep eating it with a spoon or with our fingers, and I loved to break it because it would get hard after sitting a while. And I never knew growing up that I was eating that in the icing. But I tell you what, you can take it or leave it, but here is the thing. She told me that she still adds a little to her buttercream to help it hold up and withstand the heat. Makes it a little stiffer, keeps it from melting so quick. And of course that is your shortening or your lard. And in my case, you know, we make our own lard, so I got lard, but you know, whatever floats your boat, y'all, is your recipe. And here's what she told me. She said, you just take this right here. That's about how much she had in her hand. And I trust her. And so that's what we're going to do, is just plop that right on in, okay? With my hand, just like she did. Let me show y'all this spoon, okay? This spoon's going to last me a lifetime. We're talking today about passing stuff down. This right here is an heirloom spoon. When you go to your granny's drawer, or if I go over yonder to Mama Connie's drawer, you're going to find these kind of products, and this is your RADA. So, RADA products, RADA knives. If y'all ain't never heard of them, check out the link above. If you want to get you some, go on and click there. I'm going to let you know right now, this is surgical stainless steel, and these things just last so and these things last forever, y'all. And I have a kitchen full of all kind of RADA stuff. I'm telling you right now, I back it because I have used it for at least the last 10 to 15 years. Just about every time I cook, I use something from RADA. They're family owned, y'all. It's quality made and it's affordable. So y'all check it out. Okay, so here's what she did. She just kept doing spoonfuls and spoonfuls into her thing. I said, how much is that going to do? And by the way, she said it's about 3 to 4 pounds of this powdered sugar. Now, my granny always taught me to use name brand powdered sugar if I can, because she said, she would say, you know, them other ones will get you because they cost less, but you have to use more for the same taste, right? So whatever you want to do. But she did about 14 of these scoops right to start with. Or I don't know, she might have done 10 and then more. And she said, I'm thinking she did about 3 to 3.5 pounds. And I said, how much will that cover? She said, one of my sheet cakes. So there you go. So she said, you ain't got to mix it slowly, okay? Because she ain't never done it that way. And so you don't have to. It's still going to incorporate. So she started out, well, about that much, mix that, and then we might have to add more. And then she said, a little milk. How much? A little bit. Remember, y'all, you can always add, you can't take away. So, y'all, if it gets too thick, you add more milk. If it gets too thin, you add more sugar. Mix again. So, about like that, y'all, and you got the icing. Go on and spread it on and decorate. I'm going to tell y'all right now, I ain't got the knack for decorating the way that Mama Connie does, okay? But look here, if you want to just take some cupcakes or something, it ain't got to be fancy, and slap it on there. Because my granddaddy always said, Sugarfoot, it don't matter what it looks like. All that matters is what it tastes like, right? And it's going to be a good one. Now, let's talk a minute, y'all, about the elephant in the room. Ain't that something pretty? Now, when you go to somebody's party or event in the South, what you're going to want to do is always bring a hostess gift. Did y'all know that you can get this cupcake bouquet at Walmart for $20, like $19 or something? Just call and order it. I don't know. Did y'all know about that? Look, that thing is full of buttercream icing, okay? Ain't that something? And you can tell them whatever colors or whatever. I don't know. I was blown away when I found that out. I'm going to ask y'all to share this out and share the legacy for Connie. You know, we live on through our legacy. And thank you for your shares, comments, likes, follows, subscribes. And don't forget, check out RADA, y'all, because this is a good one too. If you want to sell RADA yourself, let me know. Send me a DM and I will fix you right on up, okay? Y'all, this is Scarlett at Carolina Sunset Farm, where we live a Southern life of faith, food, and Carolina sunsets. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye.